Welcome to the discussion today. We are looking at KCSE Paper 2 2022 examinations, question number 5. And the question we have reads, the perimeter of a rectangle is 48 centimeters, while the area is 108 centimeters square. Form a quadratic equation to represent the situation and hence determine the dimensions of the rectangle. The first thing under the solution, I'm going to begin by sketching the rectangle, and we are told the perimeter of the rectangle is 48 centimeters. We know to find the perimeter of a rectangle, we take twice into the length plus width. In this case, twice into length plus width will be equal to the perimeter, which is 48. From there, if you divide by 2 on both sides, our length plus W will be equal to 24. And if we decide to make the length the subject, and therefore our L now will be equal to, taking W to the other side, we are going to have 24 minus W as our length. From there now we move to the area. We know the area of a rectangle is given by the length, you multiply by the width. So, if our length is going to be equal to 24 minus W and our width to be W, we are going to have to calculate the area, and since the area is length times width, the length is 24 minus W multiplied by the width, and this one is going to be equivalent to an area of 108 centimeters square. If we open the brackets, we are going to have 24 times W giving us 24W. W times minus W will give us minus W squared. And if we bring 108 directly on this other side, we are going to have to equate the equation or the expression to 0. If we reorganize, we are going to begin with the quadratic term, which is minus W squared. Then we add 24 W minus 108 being equal to 0. From there now we can proceed with the question. If you divide all through by -1, we are going to have W squared. 24 positive divided by -1, you get minus 24W, and of course plus 108 being equal to 0. From there, we are going to factorize the expression using product sum method. The product is going to be equal to 1 times 108, giving us 108, and our sum is going to be equivalent to minus 24. We need two numbers, which when multiplied together will give us a product of 108, and the two numbers added together gives us a sum of -24. The two numbers will be equal to -18 and -6. Having done that, now we come and write this equation. We are going to have W squared. Instead of minus 24W, we minus 18W minus 6W, of course, and therefore minus 18W minus 6W will give us minus 24W plus 108. There is nothing we have done. The only thing we have done is to split the middle number into 2 so that we can be able to do what we call factorization. So what is common between the two parts? Between W squared and minus 18W, we have W being common. We multiply by W minus 18. Then we come to this other side. These brackets are going to be the same, minus, that is W minus 18. And therefore now, what are we going to put out here to make, to multiply with the W to give us minus W, minus 18 to give us positive 108. This one is going to be minus 6. From there we know, if we combine the two numbers which are outside the brackets, we are going to have minus, that is W minus 6 multiplied by, we have we pick one of the brackets, we are going to have w minus 18. From there, we know everything is equated to 0, meaning w minus 6 will be equal to 0, and therefore our w is going to be equal to 6. Also, w minus 18 will be equal to 0, and therefore the other value of w will be equal to 18. Now we come to this other side and look for the length. The length is going to be equal to 24 minus w, and one of the values of w is 6, meaning it is going to be equal to 18. And if we assume our length is 18, now we look for the width, and the width is going to be equal to 6. That is one of the values. Otherwise, if we assume the width to be 18, our length is going to be smaller than the width, and therefore we are going to assume the width is 6 centimeters and the length 18 centimeters. Thank you for watching and welcome to this channel. And in case you are watching this for the first time, kindly take 1 second and click the subscribe button, so that anytime we do a video like this, you will automatically be given a notification.